WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Veterans News. Gary Pascale sitting in the captain's seat. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, listeners and veterans out there. It's good to be here this morning with you. Honored to sit in for Hank Whittier, the Executive Director of Vets Helping Vets. And we are now Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Used to be Marion County Vets Helping Vets. But, we're expanding and doing a lot more, thank God. And, we're able to help a lot more vets that way. We do have some casualties that we do need to report, Larry, in the fire and police area. So if it's okay, I'm going to start with the fire department. We've lost Deputy Chief Russell Accord of the West Felicia Fire District in the great state of Louisiana. His end of watch was January 17th. And we have two police officers. We have Deputy U.S. Marshal David Hill, who was with the U.S. Marshal Service. His end of watch was January 18th. And Detective Michael R. Doty of the York County Sheriff's Office in York County, South Carolina. His end of watch is January 17th. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to the families of this lost firefighter and these lost police officers. Larry, can we do Amazing Grace?
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
All right. We couldn't be on the air without the wonderful donation of this airtime from the great WOCA, The Source. So we want to thank The Source. And we want to thank the fine folks at Bob Wine's Camellia Garden and Nursery. They have brought veterans news for us for a long time, and they're located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in our own beautiful Ocala. And when it comes to your landscaping needs, Bob Wines has what you need. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilizer, and much more. Bob Wines will deliver and plant your tree, and if they plant it, they'll guarantee it. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens and Nursery has been keeping things blooming in Ocala since 1952. You can contact them by phone, area code 352-629-5766. And when you go to Bob Wines, if you show them that you're a veteran and let them know you heard about them on WOCA, you'll get a 10% discount. You can't beat a deal like that. And also, we want to thank the great folks at Hires Baxley. who have been sponsoring Veterans News. Hires Baxley has had generations of families honor them with their trust and their confidence. And they believe it's because over the last 128 years, their team of caring professionals have established a reputation of serving families with excellence and compassion. Hires Baxley currently partners with the Boy Scouts of America, Troop Number 72, to properly dispose of decommissioned American flags. They are also a drop-off location for the program called Cell Phones for Soldiers, helping to provide minutes that matter and helping heroes home. Hires Baxley is located at 910 East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala. And if you have any questions, you can reach them by phone at 352-629-7171, or you can go to the web and simply type in hires-baxley.com. And I also want to mention that Hires Baxley is a partner with Vets Helping Vets in collecting items of food for veterans and also personal hygiene items. They have boxes located in different locations, or you can call that number and just ask them where to drop your donations off. And, we appreciate their help. Now, we do got a couple quick announcements this morning. We're going to have, we have a beautiful Veterans Park, Larry, and a lot of stuff goes on there. You really need to keep up with it if you're a veteran. Excuse me. Mr. Jeffrey Askew, who's in charge of the County Veterans Service, he does a great job over there of, putting on events and, making sure everything gets taken care of. And there's a special event that happens every year, and it's called the Four Chaplains Memorial Service. Now, this year it's going to take place on February 4th at 3 p.m. in the Veterans Park, okay? And if you don't know where the Veterans Park is, it's located at 2601 Southeast Fort King Street in Ocala. If you've never heard the story of the Four Chaplains, why don't you go ahead and Google it if you're a veteran especially. It's a beautiful story of chaplains of different faith, how they saved a lot of lives during the torpedo attack in World War II. And this ceremony has been going on for years, and, I hope it continues to go on for years. So, if you can be there with us again, that's February 4th at 3 p.m. And also want to remind you, I think a couple weeks ago, we had some gentlemen on the show for the God Bless America Again event. That's January 26th and 27th at the Livestock Pavilion. And that's going to go from 12 noon to 8 p.m. or whenever they close it down. How long we got before the commercial, Larry?
We have about 3 minutes.
Seems we got about 3 minutes. What I'd like to talk today about food. How many people like food? We all like food. Most of us like it too much, probably. I want to share a story. Back in the early 70s, when I was a very junior enlisted man in the military, a lot of soldiers had families. And we didn't get much money back then. Now, they, things are a little bit better. But, we got paid every 2 weeks. And, again, we didn't get food stamps. So when it came close to paydays, a lot of times, a lot of the families were out of food. And what they would usually do in family housing was, how like Army people do, Navy people do, I'm sure Marines and Air Force, same way. There was camaraderie there, and maybe one family had a couple cans of beans, another family had a little bit of hamburger meat, some families had some vegetables, and we would put it all together, and have a meal together. Uh-huh. And it was fellowship, and it was a good thing, and it got us by till the next time we got paid, and of course could go grocery shopping. There's veterans now that receive very low or moderate incomes. Sometimes it might be veterans that's, just in the middle of jobs, or, maybe they're going to school and, they're not up to the income they should be. But there's a lot that may be on some kind of disability, and they're not able to work. Elderly, they make, a lot of them make just enough money to where they can't get food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, it's a struggle, from check to check. But they get by with little help from their friends, and Veterans Helping Veterans is their friend. And we have a food pantry there. And, I want to be honest with you, we need some help right now. We got a lot of people that partner with us, and they help us with food. But as we've moved to the bigger facility, Larry, we've just got more clients coming in. We're more visible,
yeah.
And we want it to be that way, because it's not our Veterans Resource Center. The people out there, and it's the Veterans Resource Center,
yeah.
And we all need to partner together. So if we're doing good enough to help, I really think that's what we need to be doing. I've had a lot of experience in the social service, area in my life, and I've bagged food, in agencies and stuff, and as most agencies do, you put what cans and boxes of stuff you got in a bag, and you give it to the people, in hopes it'll get them by, and you can only do it so often. But our pantry works a little bit different, and that's why we need help. And over the next few minutes, I guess after the break, I want to go into some things that we need, and I want to reach out, and I want to ask for some help in this area, and some more partnership, because I want to tell you, what we do in our pantry.
All right, yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it and how we can help. So, all right, we'll take a little break right now, and we'll be back with Gary Pascale in Veterans News and learn how we can help them help the veterans that they help. I just love that topic. We'll be right back after this break.
Well, the holiday rush is over, and it's time to return the ties, the knitted sweaters, and those presents that didn't quite make the nice list. And go try something you've always wanted to, like learning to fly. At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Your adventure starts here.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't happen if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what happens is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit George Mangan Insurance in Ocala today at manganinsurance.com.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
All right, 50 degrees here at the studios of The Source. We are broadcasting, of course, from the Paddock Mall. Let me give you a quick look at the weather forecast. 65 is the expected high today with mostly sunny skies. Lows tonight around 45. Tomorrow, some clouds move in and the temperatures climb a little bit. Partly cloudy skies on Friday with highs around 70, lows 53. And Saturday, highs around 73 with mostly cloudy skies, 58 degrees. There's no mention of rain until Sunday and Monday. So if you're doing anything this weekend, plan on doing it on Saturday, I suppose. Let's return now to Gary Pascale in Veterans News. Gary?
Yeah, I told you I promised I was going to talk about our food pantry. Excuse the voice. I'm being treated for that post-nasal drip, but the good doctor can't seem to find anything to quite quell it. But he's working on it, so, I'll give him credit.
Have you been spared the cold and flu like we're all going through?
Yeah, thank God, except for this post-nasal drip that keeps going there and affecting my voice. But I'm not a singer, so it's all good. Our food pantry is a whole lot more than food. And if you're a veteran and you want to come see our place, we don't hide nothing. It's all open. You can come and say, well, we have in there, we have laundry detergent that we try to give everybody. We try to give everybody toilet paper. We keep feminine products. We keep razors, all kinds of hygiene items, to keep the veterans clean and sparkling. And, when somebody comes in for food, we distribute this stuff too, because we know a lot of the veterans we serve, a lot of times it's all they get. And, so again, we need help. We do, we go out and we buy food at times, but when we have to buy food, it takes us away, it takes dollars away, from being able to help in other ways that other agencies can't do it. But when food gets donated, and there's a lot of, a lot of the gated communities do food drives for us. We had just recently, an RV park in Silver Springs came on board, and they're going to give us $500 worth of food and razors and laundry soap and stuff like that. And that's great because that's what keeps it going. And, I noticed Publix and, some of these other stores, a lot of times they have buy one, get one free. And, if you run into something like that and you're a veteran and you only need one,
there you go.
Get the free one.
Even if you're not a veteran.
Yeah, even if you're not, and bring it over to Vets Helping Vets. Because, I'll tell you about this food pantry. I get to see, all the paperwork being the office manager, and I did case management there and, and still do occasionally. We're very thorough about keeping track of the paperwork and where everything goes. So everything is weighed that goes into these bags. And then when I see the person's file, we can actually see the value of what we give them. And usually to give somebody a bag of food and the personal items, it runs, depending on how many people are in the family, it runs anywhere from $120 to $150. And I don't know, what other food pantries do, but, I can just say what we do. And, on our food days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes we do 10 or 12 people. So, if you do the math, I'm not going to do it over the radio, but if you do the math, you'll see what kind of value in food we give out, and you'll see why we need help. And, of course, we can only give what we have. So, help us out in this area.
So is the help that you need in the form of food donations, money, or manpower? Do you need hands on deck?
Well, we can always use volunteers, and we have a volunteer coordinator. And if you're interested in volunteering, her name is Joyce Rose. She's there usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 till about 3. And you could contact Joyce at area code 352-433-2320. But the biggest need is basically, yes, money and food. Now, with money, if you want to write a check, all you got to do is put on the bottom of the check for a food pantry, and that's where that goes. Now, since we've moved over to the new building, and we actually have an established pantry, we had Cope Electric came and they've installed 6 circuits, so we've got 3 freezers and 3 refrigerators.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if you want to donate money, we can, we'll actually, we like to go out and buy hamburger meat, bacon, things like that.
Yeah. Do you cook there
Yes,
too?
It's so people can cook it. Yes.
I mean, do you cook there?
No, we don't. We don't cook there. No.
Oh, okay.
Only thing we got there is a microwave. And
And that's for you guys. Can you take a phone call?
sure.
If you'll put your headset on, you'll be able to hear the call. Thank you. Can you hear me, Gary?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good morning. You're on the air with Gary Pascale.
Yes, thank you, and good morning, Vets. As far as the pantry drop-off, is the only one at the new facility? And if it is, what are the hours?
Okay, we're open 5 days a week from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. And lately on Wednesdays, we've been keeping a late person who stays to about 6.
Oh, okay. The only location is at the new facility, right?
Yes, it is, and that's at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it sounds like something we could all participate in. If we all gave just a little bit, like you say, if you buy one, get one, and bring that extra one down there, it'll make a big difference if we all step up to the plate.
Yeah, we have veterans that, just need help for the short term. And that's, hopefully, what we want to do is to be able to help them to help themselves. And eventually, the people that we give to, they would want to give back to other veterans. And in a lot of cases that happens. But again, you have those poor veterans that are in that situation where they're on a fixed income.
Right,
and unfortunately they're disabled and they can't do anything. And they serve their country, and they deserve our best. So, that's what we try to give at Vets Helping Vets.
And do you extend it to the family? Like, let's say it's a married vet. He's got a wife and a couple of kids at home. Do you give enough so that it helps everybody?
Yes, we go by the family size when we give out food, and and we also do TFAP, which helps a lot.
What's that? TFAP?
That's a government program, and like I said, we have a very good system, and we've been keeping up. But now we're at the point where we really need help in that area. So we have a large veteran community in Marion County. So if everybody steps to the plate and does a little.
Yeah. And the fact that you guys grew and have become bigger and have changed your name to so that we know that you're bigger. You're now Vets Helping Vets USA. It's probably going to create other communities to copycat and make Vets Helping Vets even bigger. So it'll be a national thing, I'm thinking, before long.
Well, that's the dream of the director, and the building we're at now, has been his dream for a long time. And, he's been helping veterans for a long time.
Yeah.
I've known him a long time, and, that's all I've ever seen him do. That's his heart. And, he does a great job. And
you're referring to Hank?
I'm referring to Hank. And, he's one of the finest human beings that I've ever met, and he cares.
Yeah.
And, the homeless issue has it's still an issue, but it's the VA has done a great job. And, I just want to give some kudos out to those VA social workers that work with us. I won't mention their names, but you know who you are because, you're in there getting food for people and, you're doing those HUD vouchers and everything you can. And you're caring and compassion. I applaud you for it, I love you all, and I appreciate what you do. And you make our job a whole lot easier.
Yeah, well, you guys are amazing. I've known Hank for a long time also. And I remember in the early days when I first started this job 15 years ago, I used to see Hank in the dark in the parking lot at the Cascades taking groceries out of the back of his van and putting them into the back of somebody's car that had come for some help. And he worked out of a little office about the size of a closet. So, so I've seen it grow as well, and it's a good thing. Thank you, Gary, for doing this. What's I'll let you wrap it up, but real quickly, what's the number over there?
Okay, the number is 352-433-2320, and again, that's 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard, right by the library. You can't miss that big blue roof. Okay, for Hank Whittier, I just want to say, God bless America.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump says he's more than willing to speak under oath to Robert Mueller, the special counsel investigating